Welcome and thank you for joining me today as I take a look at the general energies affecting us this April. I'm going to start with the chakra deck and see which chakra or chakras are being triggered for us all this month. So I have already given everything a good shuffle off camera, but I always like to just do an extra shuffle when we're in the energy here together. So, okay, we're ready. Which chakra wants to come forward with a message for us today, please? Anything else? That's it. Yep, that's it. Okay. And the chakra card that's come up is for the throat chakra. Vishuddha. Not sure if I'm saying that right, but anyway, it's the main card for the throat chakra in this deck. The message on the back is, we are all children of conditioning. Let go of the oughts, shoulds, and judgments that inhibit you. Speak wisely, speak gently, speak consciously. But find your truth and express yourself. What you have to say is important. You are an expression of the divine. Remember too that the throat chakra is all about communication and about speaking our truth. What we say to others and how we express our being in the world. It's also about taking time to listen to others. That's also part of communication. It also speaks about the importance of finding one's own voice, about being able to speak out, speak your truth with integrity. Let's take a look at the psychic reading cards and see if there's an extra little bit of information we can have for the general energy. Again, general, there we have the one. This message is number 20, loved ones in spirit. Let's have a look in the guidebook here, number 20. The message here is, love never dies. We are always as one. You have received this card as the universe and your loved ones in spirit want you to know that life never ends and spirit endures all. A reminder perhaps that all things are connected and that our loved ones are close by and their love will be with us forever. Now I'm using the Marchetti tarot for the general reading. And let's see what it is we need to know today. Oh, okay. Doesn't feel right to use that one. Okay. It's a slipping and sliding today. Oopsie. Yeah, okay. Let's start with the first card we have is the Ten of Swords. Wow. The Nine of Swords. and the Ten of Cups. Three very interesting cards together. When we look at them together, what message are they giving us? The Ten of Swords is about endings, about completion, the end of a cycle, closure, starting over. And we have here the Nine of Swords next to it with all its anxieties and fears. Finding a way to come to terms with what is and find forgiveness. Followed by the Ten of Cups, which is all about fulfillment, accomplishment, the creation of life. But perhaps the shadow here is expecting it to last forever. Let's see what is underneath these cards that we don't quite see, we don't understand. Two cards here. So I'm going to use both of them here. We have the Empress and the Moon, two major arcana cards. And this is what we're not seeing. This is the underlying influences of what's happening here. The Empress is all about nurturing, creative energy, full of life and vitality, while the Moon is about hidden, unknown influences, things that are not quite clear yet, that are happening in the subconscious, but a time for rebirth. So we need to remember that while we might have those other influences of the 10-9 of Swords, we have the support of the Empress and the Moon. And we need not lose hope or faith, because we are going to be able to get through any difficulties. The universe definitely has our back in this case. It's just a case of us confronting what we have to deal with and move forward with courage. So what advice do the cards have for us on this? What do we need to know, or what advice do they have moving forward? We have the Ten of Wands. And we have the Ten of Coins. I find it extremely interesting to see that we have another two cards of completion showing up here. Right now we have all four tens on the table, which would seem to indicate that it is time now for an old cycle to end. And it will be up to us to embrace a new way of being. Are we going to be able to do that? Each of us will have it in our own hands to take the necessary steps in our lives to make this happen successfully. What else do we need to know? What do we need to be wary of? What do we need to be careful of? The Hermit and the Ace of Swords. While the Hermit is often seen as advice to withdraw and meditate, or to go within and reflect, when it is in the position of advice on challenges and what we need to be careful of, the message is not about withdrawing or even going it alone. Instead, it is time to embrace the advice of the Throat Chakra card and claim our own voice. It is time to shine our inner light and speak up with clarity, truth, and insight, which is also underlined by the Ace of Swords. What else? What else see, there we go. The Knight of Wands. All the knights are action cards, and the Knight of Wands moves ahead with an adventurous spirit, with confidence, courage, passion, and vision. Here he is encouraging us to move forward in the same way. It is time for us to take action now. The waiting is over. Look around and see how you can start to implement a new way of life for yourself. See if we need any clarifiers here. Let's just see with all these completion cards. Let's see if we can get a little more information on each of them. The Ten of Pentacles, which we already have on the table. Completion, legacy, and success. And the Eight of Pentacles, diligence, achievement, and focus. What about the Nine of Swords? What else do we need to know about that? What else do we need to know about the Nine of Swords? Judgment. Judgment is often looked at as a rebirth or as an awakening to a greater truth. Another message here of a new start. Moving into the Ten of Cups. What else do we need to know about that? We have Justice. Justice is all about truth, adjustment, fairness, honesty, balance. This could indicate that celebrating the completion of the Ten of Cups is certainly well deserved. What else do we need to know about the Ten of Wands? Let's see. Oh, there we go. The Magician. The Magician is all about focus and manifestation. He is a master of his craft, full of potential to manifest anything he wants. But be clear, he must take action to achieve manifestation, just as we must too. Let's draw a card for the Ten of Coins here, Ten of Pentacles. And we have the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles showing up on the Ten of Pentacles, the card of legacy, confirms that a new material opportunity will be forthcoming. A chance for a prosperous beginning. But keep in mind, aces show potential, and we still have to show up and do the necessary work for them to come to fruition. And final card for the Knight of Wands. Strength. With strength clarifying the Knight of Wands, we are reminded that we have free will, as well as the inner strength and fortitude to implement the actions encouraged by the Knight of Wands. In the end, it's up to us as to whether or not we choose to take the actions needed to move forward and start a new beginning. Let's round out our reading with a message from the Spirit Animal Oracle. There we go. Ant Spirit, it's time to collaborate. When Ant Spirit comes to visit, it's time to celebrate the benefits of working in a partnership. Spirit reminds you that to build your dream, you need to work with others, accept help, and trust in your most important partnership, the one you have with Spirit. Your intentions will come to fruition if you remain awake and focused on co-creating your reality. Perhaps one more. Yep, there it is. Keep dropping them today. Lizard Spirit. Dream the world into being. When was the last time you basked in the sun and allowed yourself to daydream, to imagine what might be and who you might become? Lizard Spirit appears when you are called to let your imagination flow and dream something new. Inspiration is available to you now if you are willing to slow down and let your eyes close a little, allowing ideas to dance in your head. What might come into being if you were to pursue your dream? Certainly, given everything that we have in the reading up to now, this could be a very opportune time to dream something new into being. But don't forget, dreams are only the start. We actually have to put action to those dreams as well to make them a reality. Sending you all love and light and many blessings on the month ahead.